David versus Goliath clash in the knockouts as the knockout debutant Salzburg up against Bayern Munich, who, let's not forget, are coming in off a surprising 4-2 loss against Bochum at the weekend in the Bundesliga. But do you give Salzburg any chance here against the German champions, Ian?
Poppy, you really should have said Salzburg versus Robert. Never mind David versus Goliath here. Big game, obviously, for Salzburg. Great to see them in the knockout stages. Fantastic, I think. And I think what Jasli is doing as their coach is outstanding. Young coach up against another young coach in Nagelsmann. But, of course, Salzburg are up against it. Brendan Aronson scored at the weekend. They're missing some key players. We don't quite know where their hitman Adeyemi is going to go. Is he going to go back to Germany somehow? But this game is all about Bayern Munich. Who turns up on the day? They lost 4-2 at the weekend against Bochum. Yes, that man right there, Lewandowski, scored a couple of goals. But defensively, they were awful. Upamecano, terrible. Sule, who's already committed to another club, he was terrible. So I think there is an opportunity for Salzburg to get a couple of goals over the two ties. But it's just a question of, can you stop Bayern Munich scoring goals? And I don't know what you think, boys, but I don't think there's any chance for Salzburg here to score more than Bayern.
No, not many. Probably you can score. This is the one of games that we could call it that is when all wrong for Salzburg, because this is the moment where the smaller teams are thinking about if the goals away are going to count double, that's my chance, because at home, I'm going to be compact, I'm going to be very organized, I'm going to try not concede. And when I'm going away, I'm going to away the same way, and maybe with one goal, I'm going through, but this is not the case. The away goal is not anymore there, so for Salzburg, it's not going to work. And even worse, when you got a Bayern Munich that is going to be hurt because he's lost a big mument at the weekend, losing for 4 goals to 2. I understand what happened. I mean, I was checking who was in the 11 that started. There were Coman, Sane, Müller. Everybody was going forward. There's no midfielders at all. They got 2 important players missing in the midfield. Only Kimmich just trying to hold and balance the team. That's why Bayern, it was so open and it was easier for the opponent team to hurt them. But it's not going to be the case against the Salzburg that likes to go forward, and that I think, in my opinion, is not going to have many chances to score goals in a home team.
Okay, let's talk about RB Salzburg first. I'm going to continue the point that Lucho was making. They had a 100% home record in the group stages. They won every single game against some tough opponents. So they have that going for them, and this game is at home. They also have one of the top young players in the whole competition in Karim Adeyemi. He had 4 goals, and he had a bunch of assists in the group stages, and he created 4 penalties. And then underneath Adeyemi is our very own Brendan Aronson, the U.S. men's national team star, who's really come onto the scene and burst onto it in a really meaningful way. And he just scored this past weekend. He joins the conversation late, so if the ball can go wide and he can join, very Frank Lampard-esque, right, where he comes in late to join when the ball goes wide, or if Adeyemi can hold it up, he can really create some problems for Bayern Munich, who I believe are going to struggle. They struggled this past weekend against Bochum, as Ian said, giving up 4 goals. Niklas Sule didn't look good. Upamecano didn't look good. And I actually feel like, even though none of the goals were really his fault, but Sven Ulreich is in goal and not Manuel Neuer, who is arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the world. When Ulreich's between the 6, I just don't feel like the players in front of him have the same type of confidence. And I feel like Adeyemi and Okafor, his strike partner, and Aronson can really take advantage of that. Now, that said, this is Bayern Munich we're talking about, and there's 3 certainties in life, everybody: death, taxes, and Bayern winning the Champions League, so we know how this one's going to go.